Good afternoon. Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Dr. Debbie Hood, and I will be your business moderator for this afternoon here on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from all over the United States, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan. The Black Business Network, it's a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our keynote speaker this afternoon is going to talk about tips to improve your website visitor engagement. Our next speaker is Arbor Cooper, the founder and CEO of Digital Technologist. In 1996, Arbor Cooper left her successful career as an engineer when she was young, married, and raising small children to pursue her home-based desktop publishing business. After designing over 300 websites, working for a digital marketing agency for 12 years, and being a SCORE mentor for 7 years, Arbor definitely knows what it takes to have effective digital marketing. Arbor is passionate about using her skills and experience to empower entrepreneurs to understand effective digital marketing. She has a gift of teaching in a simple, fun, and engaging way. She offers training for websites, email marketing, video creation, and more. I present to you Miss Arbor Cooper. Good afternoon. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Okay, thank you. I just realized I was muted. I was trying to say thank you to Dr. Hood. So my topic today is not going to be websites. I talked about that last time I was here, and I am happy to say that I've been asked to come back again. So that must mean that I gave some valuable information if Dr. Kelly asked me to come back again. So in general, I will always talk about effective digital marketing tips. And today I'm going to focus on AI. But before I do that, I just want to, I'm so used to talking to a live audience. But anyway, have you ever met someone who is a know-it-all or who thinks they know everything? Well, I used to be that type of person. And I actually have an engineering degree from Howard University. And in my 30s, I was very successful, married, small children, and HP was trying to fast track me into a management position. And I didn't want to be in management. And so a friend of mine asked me to help her with her marketing. And she was a hairstylist. And I was like, sure. I learned a lot of marketing while working for HP. So I started helping her with her marketing. And then she started referring me to other hairstylists. And my business started growing. It was a little side hustle, but I realized that there was a real need in our community for someone to help with marketing. And now I'm aging myself, but this was back before Vistaprint. So anyway, I decided, well, hey, I could just make this side hustle into a business. So I quit my high-paying job as an engineer and started my own business in marketing. Now, mind you, I did not understand marketing. I didn't understand being an entrepreneur, but I figured I'm an engineer, doesn't take a rocket scientist. Well, after spending a lot of money trying to figure it out and not really asking for help, it ended up that my house was foreclosed. I lost my car was repossessed, and I eventually lost my marriage. Why? Because I did not get the help that I needed in starting my business. And that is why I am here today and why my business exists, the Digital Technologist, because I don't want any other entrepreneur to lose everything trying to gain everything. meaning trying to gain their business or start their business. So today's topic, we're going to talk about AI, artificial intelligence. Now, there are people who have embraced it and they love it. And then there's those of us who are still afraid of it. What I say to any of you that are afraid of it, get over it, because it's here. It's here and it's growing. I was watching a webinar the other day that talked about the growth of AI has just phenomenal, just way over any other technology in the past. Now, a lot of you may think that AI is new, but it's not. It's actually been around for years. The government has been using it. It's just been as of November 2022 that it's been exposed to the public. And so now there are so many companies that are adding AI onto their platforms and making it available to entrepreneurs. And that's why you have to realize that you can't sleep on AI. It's been here. If you think about whenever you've made a phone call and they press 1 for this, press 2 for that, that's AI. Yes, it has eliminated some jobs, but many of the jobs it has eliminated are low paying jobs that then should free people up actually to pursue their dreams. So that's one way, is it's been being used. Another way is your navigation. How many of you you don't even, some of you, depending on your age, may not even know what a map is or how to even read a map to get from one destination to the other. So navigation now in your cars or on your phone, that's all AI. Chats, when you go, a lot of times when you do support and you're chatting, many times you're not chatting with a real person. You're chatting with a bot. And a bot means that there's a lot of questions that are repetitively asked. And even if, I worked customer service at one time, and it can be pretty monotonous. I'll tell you, if you got to keep answering the same questions over and over again. So instead you have the bots, and they, become smarter and smarter by understanding the questions that people are asking. And so sometimes you can get your answer a lot quicker than waiting for a human to research and look up some things. So looking at some other things of what it's being used for. If any of you have used I don't even want to call out any actual software because they're not paying me to do it. But there's a lot of software now that you can, have you noticed that when you begin writing a sentence, it'll finish the sentence for you because it's thinking that it already knows what you're going to say? And then also, if you're not a good speller and you spell something wrong, you can either have it autocorrect or it will let you know that there's a correction that's needed. So just think about how that has really helped or can help the entrepreneur. I think about my husband, who's a handyman, and he is not trying to write the perfect sentence or perfect email to a client that is asking for some kind of help. But it does make you look more professional when you have a properly structured or grammatical email that you're sending out. And just the creativity. I have been designing websites since 1999. Now, I wasn't chiseling it into rock. That's my own little joke. But what AI allows me to do today as a creative person is it expedites the process. So most of my clients are entrepreneurs. And the first thing they ask me is, how much is a website? And they don't realize that the cost of a website is really based on how much content is going to be on that website. But most of the time, new entrepreneurs, they don't even know what they want on the website. All they know is they need a website. And yes, you do, to be visible and searchable and creditable on the internet. Okay. But again, given my example of my husband, he doesn't know what to put on the website. Well, now with AI, I can get content for any industry. My husband's the handyman, not me. I have clients that maybe they're in legal services, although that may not be a good example because they are very restrictive about what they can and can't say on their website. But there's other industries, that beauty industry or a lot of others, that if it was up to me to write the content, then it wouldn't be the best. I have to be honest, because I may not be the expert in those industries. But being able to use AI to give it a little bit of information about the business and then let AI write the whole rest of the business profile, it allows me to then use my creativity, which is what I love. My creative nature is to then embellish that website, make it look great, make it functional, but I don't have to worry about the content. So AI can help with the content. Also, I don't know if any of you have ever noticed this, but I remember when I first started noticing it, that it seems like a lot of emails that I get that are solicitation emails, all of them seem to have Black women as their images. And I'm like, oh wow, I like that. And I'm relating to the emails. Do you know that that's AI doing that? That's called personalization. When they can send an email based on who's receiving it, to know what is the personality of that person. So knowing that I'm a creative and I'm going to pay attention to images, it's sending me images that I can relate to. And then also there's people who are analytical. So the email may have more statistics in it. And there's people who are friendly and laid back. Do you know AI can do that? Do you know how much that can help you with your sales and with your prospecting? Being able to personalize your marketing. And then there's analytics, predictive analytics is what they call it, where instead of on the other side, where you're sending out emails, or you're doing social posts, and then you're looking at your analytics and you're trying to figure out, oh, well, why I've done so much, but I'm not getting a good return. Well, AI can help you with that. It can help and analyze and look at that data. And now you don't have to pay these companies to do that. You've got this now at your fingertips. You can do this as a solo entrepreneur. We talked about the advertising, content creation. There's just so much. And now let's talk about images. Now, AI is still developing in this area of creating images. I don't know any of you that maybe have tried out the AI that you can, if you want a particular image for your marketing piece. And we all know it is hard to find good images of Black folk. Okay. So you can tell AI exactly what you want. Now, be careful and look at what you get, because sometimes you may end up getting somebody that has six fingers, six fingers on one hand, or no fingers, or, some kind of weird stuff. So AI is still getting better with that. And then also I've seen some images that AI has created of us, and it's not really a very good representation of us. So AI has got to get better in that regards. And then another thing that if I had time, I got sidetracked today, that poetry, raps, that now anyone can be a good poet. You just tell AI, give it a little bit of information, tell it what you want, a nice rhyming poem or whatever, and it could do that for you. So think about if you are trying to do a greeting cards. I mean, you could just, there's so many things you can do. If you were wanting a greeting card business, you can use AI to come up with the beautiful graphic on your card, and then have AI create the nice poetry on the inside of it, and then use AI to then search for prospects that you may think would be interested in your creative custom. And it's custom. Let me talk about this in a minute, and I'm coming back to how you could sell it and market it. Some people are saying, well, how is AI, isn't it copy? Is it, do you have to worry about copywriting and so forth? No, because again, you are telling it, you are prompting it what you want. And I did a test one time that I was on a webinar, and it was with a lot of other very smart Black folks that was talking about AI and how they're using it. And so the one presenter, she had did a prompt to the AI on this webinar. And then I used my cell phone, because I have an app, and I put my cell phone up to the speaker as she was telling AI what she wanted. So the content that came out of her chat from her AI was totally different than what came out of my AI. Now, mind you, it was the exact same thing, because I made sure have it say the same exact words that she said, but that goes to prove it was totally unique content. It was two different, it gave two different outputs, even though it was the same input. So that was one proof of that theory. Second is that no two people think alike. So if I'm asking AI to give me some kind of article, story, poem, whatever it is, then what I'm asking it for and how I'm saying it is going to be different than the next person. And then I may refine it a little more. So it's not going to be the same. AI is not pulling existing content from the internet and just giving you that. No, it's actually creating unique content based on what you ask it. And let me tell you that again, AI, I can't remember the exact date. Don't quote me on that. I'm not good with dates and stuff. Of the data that's in it, it is not the same as Google. So for instance, you can go to Google and you can ask Google who won the basketball. I guess my husband's watching the not the playoffs. I'm not into sports. Whatever he's watching, you can ask Google. You can find out recent information, like even an hour ago or something from Google. Okay, but you can't ask, if you ask chat, it only has data from a certain period of time. So it's not going to be able to tell you what happened last week, last month. It's pretty limited. I'm not sure how far this data is up. So you can't ask that. And also when we talk about predictive analytics, no, you can't use AI to figure out the lottery. So it's not going to be able to do stuff like that. But as an engineer, I have realized that you can use, not engineer so much, but web designer. If there's certain code that I want to add to a website, you can actually ask AI to do that code, but you have to know what you're looking for. You have to say that, what is the code to make the words blink? The HTML code, and it will give you that code. So just so many awesome things you can do with it. But for the small business person, it's a game changer. It really is, because now I used to work for a marketing agency. And so I know that a small business would pay a lot of money to have a marketing agency do their marketing. Now, here's the thing. No one is going to market your business or know how to market your business better than you. So now, with the tools that a entrepreneur can use, affordable tools that an entrepreneur can use, now you can control your marketing. You can analyze your results. You can tweak it to make it work the way that you want to. Don't be like me and spend all your money trying to figure it out when the answer is now at your fingertips. It's now available to you. And that's something that I do, is I actually teach. I have workshops, I have meetings, I work with entrepreneurs to help them to understand and be comfortable with technology. I call myself like I bridge the gap between the baby boomers and the millennials. The millennials, they come out, they just embrace technology. You can be in a room with millennials and they will chat to each other before they have a conversation. But then you've got baby boomers, who are the ones that are starting businesses, that are leaving their jobs. No one's staying on their jobs for 30 years anymore, like my parents did. But you need to have an even playing field with starting your business. And so artificial intelligence can help you to do that. Let me see if any other things that I want to talk about is and again, for those of you that may be holding off on getting into AI, you have to ask yourself, why? What are you afraid of? If you think about it, then what if you had never embraced the cell phone? Where would you be? I know there were a lot of people, including me, when the cell phones first came out. No, I didn't want one. I don't know to say if I didn't want one or I couldn't afford one. Either one at that time. But everybody is like, oh my God, cell phones. I don't want people to know where I am or call me all the time. And but now we can't live without it. Can't live without our cell phones. Think about the internet in general. That there were people that oh my God, I'm not using the internet. They still use the yellow pages. If they wanted to find a business, they'd go, where's the yellow page book? Now, again, I'm talking to people of a certain age, and I am one of those that are of a certain age. But now you can look up any business on the internet, on your phone. You can compare, look at their menu. Look at all of these things you can do now because you've embraced the internet. And let me just tell you something honestly. For those of you that are concerned about privacy, there is no privacy. I mean, really, with all of this technology and all of the stuff people are putting on social media, what they ate yesterday, what they wore, showing every angle of an outfit they wore. I mean, all of that is data that can be collected, and then you can analyze it, so that there are companies, believe me, There are companies that are paying for that data so that it is of no surprise when you go on the internet and you're looking for a nice pair of red shoes, and then you may find the website that has those red shoes, but then you're like, no, I'm not going to get those shoes. I'm not going to get them. It is not a surprise that then all of a sudden, any other website you go on that has any kind of what's called behavioral targeting, you start seeing these red shoes. And then maybe you'll get an email that talks about red shoes. That's all technology, and that's all because there is no privacy. There is no privacy. That actually happened to me, where I created a website for my mother to help her sell. She has a lot of vintage glassware, and she's really like downsizing, getting rid of a lot of stuff. And so I needed to figure out, well, how much is this glassware worth? So I went on the internet, and I was, oh my God, the whole thing with Google. If you've ever, or if you don't know about it, try it. Google search that if you are looking for, I just have an item here on my desk. This is a pin. This pin, look at this. It has a nice diamond on it. This was a promotional item that was given to me. If you wanted to find this item, you don't have to go back to that vendor and say, where did you buy that item from? All you have to do is use Google search on use your cell phone. In here, but use your cell phone, and there's a search feature with Google, and you could search for that item, and it will pull up all the other websites that have that item, that has that picture of that item on there, and then you can decide which website you want to buy it from, how much is it, and all the information. You can get a lot of companies now. You remember when you used to buy stuff and you'd have all of these instruction manuals, with it. They don't do that anymore. They give you a link, go to the site, or you can always, if you find something that doesn't have the instruction manual, again, you can use Google search and you can find out all the information on that item. Anyway, I almost forgot the story I was telling. So I was taking pictures of all of my mom's glassware, this vintage glassware. I was taking pictures to create this website for her. And my next thing was to try to figure out, okay, how much are these items really worth? So I used the Google search, and I would find websites, and I would get an idea of, okay, how much should I charge for these items? The next day, I got an email from one of the websites that had that picture that I was searching for, and was saying, the email was something of, we saw that you were interested in this item. Would you like to browse our store for more offers, more items, or whatever? So I was like, wow, that was proof right there of how it works. So again, you can use it to develop your content, and your content can be for I used it actually for a grant. I was trying to apply for a grant, and I didn't get the grant, but a lot of people don't get grants. But it really helped me to, some of the questions that are asked on the grant. I used AI, and then I, just copy and paste it into the field that they wanted on the grant form. So you can copy and paste it into an email, use it for your websites, for your marketing material, like brochures, that not only can you use the content, but let's just say, for instance, a difficult thing with marketing is coming up with a catchy headline. That's what all the email marketing programs tell you. Use a catchy headline. And I mean, you're like, okay, well, what's a catchy headline? Ask AI. Give me a catchy headline for something, 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 and it'll give you different iterations, and you could even tell it because you're chatting with it. That's why they call it Chat GPT. You're chatting. They can. I've asked it for a post, or sometimes if I'm not specific enough, I'll say I need a post to promote my next webinar, and I'll tell it what the webinar is or whatever. And it comes up with all this long, I don't like reading long posts. So then I'll say, make it shorter, make it 100 words or less. And just like the graphics, as I was saying, if you're using AI for graphics and you're getting people with 6 fingers on one hand or whatever, take the same precaution with content. That AI, yes, it can expedite your process, but don't just chat, copy, paste, send. No, don't do that. If you ask AI for something, review it. Make sure that it's in the tone that you would use. Is that how you talk? Is that really representative of your business? So don't just, send it on its way. Make sure you review it. Add your own flavor to it. The way I heard it said before, which I like this version of it. It's like buying a cake mix or Jiffy mix. Buying that, and then no, cake mix is better. Not too many people really spice up Jiffy mix. Jiffy mix is Jiffy mix, but it's like buying anything off the shelf that has all the ingredients. That those of you that cook, you want to spice it up. Give it your own spice. Give it your own flavor. That's what you want to do with your AI. But you definitely, if you're like having you don't want to be stuck. And a lot of times when I work with entrepreneurs, this was before AI, and I would say, yes, I'll help you with your marketing, your website. And I even created worksheets. Again, this was before AI, trying to give them the information. Here's the information I need. Just fill out this worksheet, and then I can create your website. And it would be months, and that they and I used to, I don't follow up as much anymore, but when I would follow up, I would say, where's your content so that I can create your website? And they're like, oh, I'm working on it. But what that really means is they're procrastinating because you just can't think of, you're looking at a blank sheet of paper and you're like, where do I start? Well, let AI help you with that. If you at least have a thought, which you should, because I don't know how you're going to start a business and you don't even know some keywords of your business. What makes your business any different than anyone else? You should at least know those things. Give it a little bit to work with, and it'll take you a long way. It'll come up with a good business description to help you, and then you can focus on your business and not so much on the marketing, which seems like it just stagnates so many people. So I'm here to tell you, you can propel, launch, let AI do all of that little stuff for you. Don't spend all your money paying someone else to do it. And so anyway, back with my list, as you can tell, I like to jump around. That's why I like, when I train, I can use presentations. I can use my visuals, but Dr. Eric Kelly doesn't want visuals. He wants me to just talk to you. So anyway, your content, your emails, social posts. You can even use AI for your text messaging. because you know that some text messaging services, you can only have so many characters in that text. And you can even tell AI, I need this said in X amount of characters. Um, you can do your prospecting with AI. You can actually tell it exactly who you're prospecting, what are their interests and skills. Even if you're targeting a specific company or a job title, of course, a specific, if you're doing business in a specific city or state or anything like that. My Lord, what can't you do with AI now? It's like there's just so much. It's like we are in the time of the Jetsons. And again, if you are, a millennial or younger, you probably don't even remember the Jetsons. We have gone from the Flintstones to the Jetsons. And I am riding this wave, and I'm happy to do it. I'm embracing it, and I'm telling all of you entrepreneurs to embrace it. And if you have any concern or are afraid about it, just contact me. I'm Arba, the digital technologist, and I will help you feel comfortable and know how to use this AI technology. So, not sure how much more time I have, but I'll just keep, keep talking away here. Um, the 10-minute marketing. That's really what I've been talking about, is this 10-minute marketing, that in 10 minutes, 10, where's my fingers? 10, you can actually do it in 10. Um, you can let AI create your business profile. And then you can use it to then create your email, your landing page for the different product or service that you're trying to promote, and then target the specific audience that you want to receive that email. And then you can actually even use AI to create that landing page for you. And then of course use AI to analyze that data, help you refine it. It's like, man, it really makes your life so much easier. And I'm just excited and excited about it. And I have been just absorbing as much as I can to learn more about it, so that I can teach my clients more about it, and ultimately get good results by using it. And I personally just use one platform to be able to do all of the things that I just talked about, because you don't want to, there's a lot of, now AI there is readily available. There's a lot of resources out there. You can do this on that platform, this on that platform, this on that, this on that, and there's a lot of free. So I would tell those of you who are just getting started with it, finding it out, but again, you get what you pay for, but it's a good way to get started. And you can do all of these different things on these different platforms. But then the thing is trying to pull it together. And so that's why you really should have a solution that has it all in one, so that you're not trying to do all of this here and there, because it'll end up in the end that you'll really be paying more, because your time is the most valuable commodity that there is. And speaking of valuable commodities, is attention. Getting people's attention is the most valuable marketing commodity there is. And so you can't just put out the same old, same old. You can't, number one, you can't. And for those of you, I was talking to my husband about this, that says that you get all of your business by word of mouth. Okay. So even if you get your business by word of mouth, why are you putting that responsibility on the people who've already done business with you? So yes, it's great. A referral is great. Anytime somebody can really vouch for you as a referral, that's a good business. However, you're limited. You are limited to that person referring you. And so that means you'll never grow. You will not grow beyond the people you've already done business with. So if you really want to expand your business, you're going to have to learn how to market. You have to. It's a necessity. You cannot keep going on word of mouth unless you're still working a full-time job and you're just doing it on the side. It's just a little side hustle. But you have to think about what solution your business is solving. There could be, like, I think about myself that if I hadn't, over 20 years ago, almost 30 years now. So it was since 1996. That was when I first left HP as an engineer. That if I hadn't made the decision to go into my own business, I'm thinking of how many other entrepreneurs that I've helped. I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs so that they didn't have to struggle the way that I did with their marketing. And so you have to really think about your business in those terms, that if you don't reach out to more than just your word of mouth clients, then who else is losing out? Who doesn't know about the awesome service or the awesome product that you have, because you're not taking the time and effort to reach out to them and market to them? That's what you have to look at. Your business, you should be doing something that's solving somebody else's problem. You know? So not sure how much longer I have here. I don't want to get into another story and then get cut off, but I will take this moment to just say again to Dr. Eric Kelly how much I appreciate him asking for me to come back again. This is marketing. This is marketing for me. I don't know how many people may be watching this, but sometimes it could just take one person. It could take one person that I could reach, that person may not need my service, but that person can say, wow, I heard this crazy woman, she had a whole lot of energy to be an engineer. That's what I'm told a lot. I have this personality that depending on how you meet me, it throws a lot of people to be the fact that I am technical, but yet I am personable. And I thank God. I thank God for that skill set that He's given me to be a quirky nerd, as they say. So anyway, I'm here in Buffalo, New York. We finally got some sunshine today. I'm thankful for that. Trees are blowing a little, but the blessing in living in Buffalo is that my husband has a snowplow business. So I have been marketing and doing successful with marketing his snowplow business. So thankful for that. You gotta, what they say, make lemons out of lemonade, make lemonade out of lemons. That's it. Don't get me quoting any kind of quotes, because I will always mess those up. There you are to save me.
I love it. I love the energy. I will join you as being a quirky nerd. You have given us so much that it's great. It's great. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your expertise. Just thank you for coming. And we look forward to you coming back.
Thank you.
Right. Genius is coming. And I'll see you on the other side.